and welcome to the bonus content. So we have a very special treat today. We're going to do a review.
Merry Christmas.
It's getting to that time of year, yeah.
It's my favorite time of year because of this beer.
Yeah, mine too. So we are doing a special review of Muskoka Brewery's Winterbeard Double Chocolate Cranberry Stout, aged 1 year at the actual condition that the brewer recommended at 7 degrees Celsius.
There.
You can sell this beer up to 2 years. I have a 1 year cellar and I have a 2 year cellar I'm going to try at some other time, but that's just me time. I'm going to, drink it in the bathtub and just read my stories. And they're looking at me
50
funny.
Shades of Calvinism.
50 Shades of Calvinism.
50 Shades of Beige.
Yeah.
And they're all wrong.
Exactly.
Nah. So the reason I started drinking this beer years ago when it first came out, and it quickly became what I look forward to all year. And I had the beer fridge with temperature control, so I figured, okay, why don't we go ahead and try and cellar it? And last year we tried cellaring a bottle for the year and tried it, and it was absolutely amazing. It mellowed out. It really changed the texture. So when you drink this normally, when it's for lack of a better term, fresh, you get like a bit of chocolate, bit of cranberry, all these other sort of flavors that come up.
Beer.
Absolutely. But when you drink it after being cellared, it's supposed to mellow out a bit. You get much more of the chocolate notes, and it just turns into just pure cream and silk.
Sure.
Anyway, that's enough of my now watch is all like skunked or something. Exactly. Being in there.
Like, this is awful.
It didn't happen last year. It was great last year.
Well,
now, I don't remember this from last year, so maybe our listeners can correct us if I'm wrong. I don't think I actually tasted this stuff last year.
Well, we weren't doing it on the podcast. It's just sitting around the
This was just
So it must not have been him.
I don't think it was. This is my first
somebody.
experience with this beer, and it smells good. So
yeah, it's actually very quite good beer. So for anyone cellaring a beer, just a quick little tip here. First of all, never cellar beer on its side. That's wine. Beer has to be cellared upright. You also it also needs to be temperature controlled when you cellar it. Figure out what the brewer says. That's the best option to do. You also want to do you don't do this like Bud Light or like Budweiser or some shit like that. No, if you're going to cellar something,
you know what? Do Bud Lime for a year and tell us how it tastes.
exactly.
I'm gonna guess probably about the same.
Yeah.
Shit.
Am I out of line saying that you sound like an elitist prick right now?
No, it's not an elitist.
All right,
not an
I'll
elitist
tell
prick,
you-
but I'm
I'll tell
saying
you-
if you want maximum effect, this is what you need to do.
I'll tell you what.
Drink it and tell me if I'm being an elitist prick.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
stick it in the fridge to 46 degrees and it tastes like fucking awesome. That's my non-fancy way.
46 degrees?
47
Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Fahrenheit. So we're in
right.
Canada. We use Celsius here.
Between 5 and 7. Well, my beer fridge is in Fahrenheit because
Yeah.
it's an American fridge, I guess. Yeah, so somewhere between 5 and 7 is probably optimal.
5 and
You can go
7
up to 12 according to the brewer, but between 5 and 7 is about optimal.
Okay.
Anyway, so Mike, I will give you the initial.
All right.
So remember the official mediocre scale, by the way, folks.
Absolutely. So what I can tell you is that on the nose, it is very appealing. I am getting the chocolate and a little bit of the cranberry as well on the nose. All right, here we go.
He's sipping it. This is an audio format.
He's like, I don't want to hurt their feelings. Then again, he's the first one to try it of this 1 year. So
What is the French word for ball sweat?
Actually, you know what? You guys know that I'm not really a beer drinker.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
However, including the time that we went to the brewery in London, this is the best beer I've ever had.
There you go.
it's hard to. It's
This is going to get me a solid 8 out of 10.
Solid 8 out of 10. Great.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, Josh, it's your turn. I
Already
mean, you've
knows.
already had this beer, so you may already have a preconceived notion.
I already know
but-
what my mediocre scale is in this. So.
Yeah, it's
Like- I love that smell.
remember audio format, folks.
I love the smell.
He loves the smell.
Okay. It's a little note here. I drink some, but I'm not a big drinker by any means. And beer is like it's grown on me over the years, but it's not my favorite.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Tim is to blame for that.
Yep.
So, but honestly, like this is at a whole nother level. It is by far like I look forward to drinking this. And there's very few alcohols that I can actually say that I really look forward to drinking. I truly enjoy this drink. So like when I'm smelling it and stuff, it's good.
And down the hatch he goes.
Just a sip, though. Just a sip.
That's all you need for now.
Oh, I love that. It's so good. Like it has this little bit of a sharp, so you know it's alcohol, but it doesn't. You don't get a beer hopsy taste or anything like at all. You get like a sort of like a burnt chocolate sort of taste, and it's really like, you know, beer kind of has often has that sort of tangy or tickling sort of feel, like and then this doesn't. This is, I hate to use the cliche word of smooth, but it really is. It's smooth.
Sure.
So, and that's how
that's very high praise for a beer. I don't think I've ever heard of a smooth beer before.
that's the best word I can come up with. Yeah, for a beer, it's smooth.
This is the eggnog of beers.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you meant earlier.
So on the official mediocre scale, it's a solid 10 for beer, like 100%.
Okay, very good. So we have an 8, we have a 10, and I'm gonna give it. Now, I've had this beer many times, mostly fresh, but again, like I look forward to this time every year. I only have a few bottles, and I love sharing it with you guys. So cheers to that. You know, I always make sure there's one bottle for us, and I'll keep doing that.
To friendship.
To friendship.
Hey.
Prost, everyone.
Prost.
All right. Again, the smell, you get a bit of the cranberry, you get a bit of the chocolate, you get all these wonderful notes that come out of it. And this is coming out of a Canadian craft brewer who makes some really good stuff, but honestly, I think that they can't make this all year round because it would kind of lose its effect. And yes, it is brewed with a little chocolate and cranberry in it. It's, you know, it's fine. Anyway, here's my sip. See, if you drink it fresh, it has such a stronger cranberry feel, but this is almost like chocolate milk.
Yeah.
It's got that silkiness. It's just smooth. You get that dark chocolate feel. I've got some dark chocolate downstairs we're going to pair this with, so save a little bit of that.
Sure.
So, which goes very well with this as well. Again, this is there's very few beers you can age. This is one of them that cellars extremely well. Again, solid 10 out of 10 for me. Because again, this is my favorite beer cellared for a year, which makes it my favorite beer, but cellared for a year, I guess. I don't think there's a whole lot of, I can just heap praise upon praise, but right now it's in the LCBO. You're going to pay about $14 a bottle, and it is worth every penny of it.
I'm going to read the bottle here. It
Sure.
says, what could be more reminiscent of a frigid northern winter than an insulating beard and a warming Muskoka seasonal brew? Our double chocolate cranberry stout is rich and sturdy with roasted dark chocolate malts, real cocoa, dark chocolate, and locally harvested cranberries. Winter Beard was brewed with a slightly higher alcohol content, no kidding, it's 8%, to allow for aging and cellaring. The result is a very special winter brew full of character, wisdom, and experience.
Well, I definitely taste the wisdom.
The wisdom.
Not sure about experience. I don't have enough XP to do both.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I only.
Anyway, Winter Beer 10, 10, 8. So I'm going to round up to a 10.
Sure.
Because I think that's where it'll land anyway.
Fair enough.
All right, so double chocolate cranberry stout Winter Beard by Muskoka Brewery, 10 out of 10. Run. Do not walk to your LCBO.
The only reason I didn't give it a 10 is because I'm not familiar enough with beer to know that this is the best ever.
Well, you know what? There are very few beers I would sit there and say are a 10. I've had maybe 3 or 4 in my life that I would call 10.
Yeah.
The Polliner's up there for me, but it's still not.
Yeah, but to me, it's almost like a different beverage at that point. Cool. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for listening, and continue watching our Facebook feed for our live beer advent calendar, and of course Josh's book updates, assuming he's still doing them.
I'm still doing them.
Anyway, we'll see you next time.
See you next time.